Hi friends, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be playing once again with some acids and a kind of sort of base, which is milk. So what we're going to see is if we can get a reaction between the vinegar and the milk and see if we can get them to separate. Because you know when we mix the vinegar with the baking soda, which we've done in a lot of our experiments, we get all the bubbles that form, there's a carbon dioxide gas, and it kind of explodes all over the place, and it's super fun. Well, we're going to see today what we can get when we mix the vinegar with the milk. So let me show you what you're going to need. First thing you're going to need is some vinegar, just some white vinegar. If you have that on hand, you're also going to need a cup of milk. You're going to need to have your grown-up heat this milk up in the microwave for about 1.5 minutes. You want it to be the temperature of hot cocoa. So in the words of the Three Bears, not too hot, not too cold. You want it just right. So you want some milk, some food coloring if you want. You want a larger container so that you can strain the liquid that hopefully separates from this product. You want something to strain that into. You need something to strain it with. I have a tea strainer right here. You can also use cheesecloth. I have not tried it with a paper towel. You can try it with a paper towel, that might work, but you'll need something to strain your product with. A spoon to give it a quick stir. You're going to need like some cookie cutters. You can also possibly just use your hands and just play with it. Some glitter if you want to add that to it to make it shiny afterwards. You're also going to need to get some measuring spoons, something to put your product on, trash bag, and some paper towels. All right, I think I've covered everything that you need. So let's get started. Fill this over side so you can see. So the first thing you're going to do is, like I said, have your grown-up and measure some milk. You're going to need a cup of milk. Heat it in the microwave for about 1.5 minutes, and it is going to be warm, so they'll need to take it out for you. And then you're going to measure 2 to 3 teaspoons of vinegar into your milk. And that's where you're going to see the reaction. What's going to happen, hopefully, is that the milk and the vinegar are going to react with each other, and they're going to separate. So there's 1, 2, 3, and you can immediately see that the vinegar is reacting with the molecules in the milk and it's separating. And this is actually called curds and whey. Little Miss Muffet sat on her tuffet eating her curds and whey. This is what she was eating. And this is also called paneer, which is an Indian cheese. And it is edible, but we are not going to be eating it today. We're using our hands to play with it, just so that you can get a feel for the reaction between the vinegar and the milk. So hopefully you can see that. And when you start doing it at home, you're going to see it. It smells kind of funny. It smells like cheese. You want to let this set up for about 5 minutes. And give it a stir so you can mix the vinegar in with the milk. And you can feel it. It's feeling clumpy and thick. It's really cool. So let that set up for about 5 minutes. And at this point, you can add some food coloring to it if you want to. Now I have some that's been setting up for about 5 minutes. Let me see if I can show you what it looks like. Can you see that? Looks a lot different than the milk we started out with, doesn't it? Look at that vinegar. It really went to town on that milk and separated everything. So now we're going to strain it. We're going to separate the curds from the whey. There we go. Now that liquid's coming out. Here's a fun fact. McDonald's in India, they actually use paneer in some of their hamburgers for those that are vegetarian. And you are actually making a form of cheese right now. Who knew, huh? All right, I'm gonna stir that, try to get out some of the milk. Some of the liquid. Press, press, press. Get as much of it out as I can. That looks good. I'm gonna grab a couple paper towels to get even more moisture out. Plop that here. Let's show you what it looks like. Is that cool or what? Look at that big blob of molecules. Is that awesome? I'm gonna press some more of the liquid out. A long time ago, it's another fun fact, like in the 1900s, 1912, 1915, they made buttons, buckles, combs out of a type of this cheese product called casein. And they would add some different things to it, like formaldehyde. They would polish it, make it really shiny. We're not adding formaldehyde to this or anything, but yeah, it was actually used for household objects. And in fact, in 1950, Mary, who was at that time the Queen of England, she went to a fair in Britain and she found some jewelry that was made from casein. And she really liked it. She loved the way it looked. And so she purchased some of the jewelry and she wore it. So she was wearing jewelry made out of cheese. Which reminds me of the book, The Stinky Cheese Man. If you guys ever read that book, it is a very fun book. It's kind of a take on like the Three Bears, the Gingerbread Man. It's a very fun book to read. Okay, I think I've gotten a lot of the moisture out. Now this is where you get to play with it. You can turn it into beads, poke a little hole through to string them up later. You can add food coloring like I did. You can use a cookie cutter to cut out some shapes. Let it harden for about 2 to 3 days and then you can paint it. And that's just a fun thing to do with this. I would not suggest having it hang around the house for months on end, but it is biodegradable, so once you're done playing with it, you can probably just pop it in your garden and it can be a fertilizer for your plants. You're not going to grow another gallon of milk for a cow, but it is biodegradable. So let's pat this out and see if we can cut out a shape. It's very springy. It feels like fresh mozzarella cheese. Smells like vinegar and cheese. Okay, I have a hedgehog cookie cutter. Let's see if I can get that shape to come from my cheese. Let's see what we have here. I think it worked, guys. Oh, I have a little blue hedgehog. He's so cute. I love hedgehogs. Even have an extra over here. Actually kind of feels like cottage cheese a little bit too. All right, clean up the edges a bit so I can show you what this looks like. And you can let this harden, like I said, for 2 days. And there you go. Is that fun or what? So I hope you guys had fun with this project. If you'd like more information about this, I went to, it's called Little Bins for Little Hands, and that's where I got the information for this experiment / demonstration. And yeah, had fun with you guys, and I hope to see you in my next, or I will see you in my next video. Have a good day. Bye.